planting people, Lorinda here. Welcome back to my channel, Steady as She Grows. So I was going to do another video on something else, but I just wanted to do a little update on the Greenstalk. I know a few people have asked how the Greenstalk is going. So I wanted to show you my beautiful Greenstalk and what I have going in it right now. I wasn't focused on it for a while. I was so busy doing other things in the garden, and but then I just started popping things in left and right. And what I really like it for, to be honest, is like strawberries. It's like the perfect strawberry tower. As you can see, I have a few berries over here, but I planted a few other things in there too. And I tried to get creative, you know, making the little trellis wire system thing. And so far it's held up and it's been very useful. So I want to show you what I have going on in there. So hang on. So it's super early in the morning right now. It's about not even 8 a.m. yet, and the light may be a little shadowy, not sure, but this is my baby. This is the Greenstalk. So right now, oh, hear the birds? They just go crazy all day. So I put in some, I thought they were bush beans, but now I think they're a different kind of bean, because look, it started to climb up this trellis here, and it's like looking for something to attach to. So I just have to train it to keep along the trellises I got in here. But I think that'll be fun and interesting to see all these beans hanging from all these little wiry trellises that I made. So that's kind of cool. I do have some strawberries in here. I have quite a few strawberries. Like I said, I just started popping a bunch of strawberries in them because I love them, and it keeps the strawberries off the ground so the pill bugs don't get the strawberries. So that's kind of cool. I think these are Blue Lake beans. Now, like I said, I thought they were bush beans, but they're not. They're like a climbing bean, but that's okay. We'll see what they do in the Greenstalk here. I got a few different beans in the plants here. So, but they're looking pretty good so far. The sun has been really hot midday, so a lot of the leaves are getting scorched a little bit. But what else do I have in here? Oh, look. Jalapenos. This is an overwintered plant from last year, and it started putting on fruit again, so super cool. I have about, quite a few jalapenos on here actually. And I have a ton of tomatoes, so I'm gonna make some salsa today. Let me show you real quick. Look at all the Roma tomatoes I have on this plant. Isn't this pretty cool? It's loaded. Super cool. And I have so many other tomatoes in the house, so I'm definitely gonna be making salsa today. I did plant some radishes in here. Hopefully they would be ready by the fair, but a lot of them didn't make it because they got scorched by the sun. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I get. The fair is 2 weeks away, people. A little over 2 weeks. Look at this one. It's all windy on here. Isn't that super cool how they just... It's like an animal, like a snake, just weaving its way in and out. I love it. Okay. More beans. Now I did have a big pepper on here that I had pulled, but now this plant isn't doing too good. It's getting attacked by some leaf miner, and we have a terrible ant problem. So, and I think that's all I have in the Greenstalk. Just the beans, strawberries, but it looks really cool. I dig it. So if you have a small space, get a Greenstalk. It's a good investment. I'm glad I made the purchase. And definitely, if you do get a Greenstalk, get it with the spinny wheels on the bottom for sure, because it makes a world of difference. I can roll it over to the sun. I can bring it into the shade. I can rotate it so things get sun, you know, all around. So it's pretty cool. And I think I have, no, this is the regular Greenstalk. There is one with smaller pockets that's called the Leaf. This is just the original Greenstalk. So I think it has like 30 pockets. So you can grow 30 different things. So I probably should pop a tomato. I do have a few empty pockets around here. There's maybe about 5 or 6 empty pockets that I can pop things into, but whatever I do pop into may get shaded out by some of these bean plants, so we'll see. Maybe I can plant some herbs or something in there that don't need a whole lot of bright light. So anyway, since I'm in this little area over here, my garden, my sunflowers are on their way out, and I never really showed this orange tree that I inherited from my husband's grandma, but look, I got oranges on it. Isn't that cool? I don't know how long they take. Seems like they've been green forever, and they still need to get bigger, I think. So I don't even know what kind of orange it is, but it's doing good, and it likes it here, being kind of shaded out partially by this huge pomegranate tree that is just loaded with pomegranates right now. And you can see the branches are starting to bow because of the weight of the pomegranates. Like, it was so tall, and now it's just like falling down from the weight of all the pomegranates. Oh, and this is my cat's catio over here, and I have tunnels that go through the garden. You can see some of the tunnels over there. I kind of took it apart because a lizard got in there and I needed to get it out. Oh my God, that was an adventure in itself. But it's eventually going to connect to another catio on the other side of the garden. So I love my babies. So it's fun to watch them run through these little tunnels. They love it so much. And it gives them their little outdoor fix, so they're not really outdoor wild cats, because they would not survive. They're too cushions and cream for that. But oh, I do have a tomato plant right here. This is a old German, I think. Old German. A lot of my tomato plants got blight really early, like really early. You can see the blight. So what you do to deal with blight and you keep getting tomatoes is just cut off all the diseased foliage that you see as soon as you can, and sterilize your scissors or your shears after every like pruning. Like, don't immediately go from this plant to another tomato plant and trim it up with the same scissors and you haven't sterilized them, because you're just going to transfer the disease from this plant to the next. Always use like a little alcohol swab, some peroxide, even a Clorox wipe if you have it is better than nothing, you know. Vinegar, white vinegar works really well too. And always sterilize your plants. I have a feeling I didn't sterilize them properly, and I transferred the disease to all my tomato plants because they all have it. So yeah. But you can see some of this at the top looks really healthy still. So as long as you keep trimming it off, it'll still keep producing. But this variety, it's really delicious. It's really sweet, but it cracks so easy. Now, this is an heirloom variety, but it's okay. They're still delicious. They don't taste any less delicious from the cracks. But if you do see cracks forming and your tomato is still green like this, but you see it starting to kind of turn color, you can pick it now. So it won't continue to split and then get bugs. If you leave them on here a little long, sometimes the bugs can infect the splits. So, but this one looks okay. But I like to pick them as soon as I see them turn color, so they don't get attacked by rodents either. But oh, look at this funny one right here. This is called like cat facing, where the blossom is deformed, so it forms a deformed fruit. So kind of funny. You do get less fruit because you have to cut off a lot of this when you have the fruit. But when I do see like a deformed blossom or something like this starting, I usually just take it off so we can focus his energy on good uniform fruit. But yeah, this is one of my tomatoes, and this Roma down here gave me so many tomatoes at first, and then you can see it got funny. But then part of me thinks too, maybe it wasn't just blight, that my neighbors have been spraying for weed killer in their gardens, and I've seen them do it, and I think the drifted over to a lot of my plants and is causing a lot of the foliage to dry up, and because some of them, they were so healthy from one day to the next, they looked like they were dying. I thought it was maybe from the heat, but no, I'm pretty sure it's weed killer, because you can tell if the leaves get a little curly, they start to curl in like this, and then sometimes they form another little curl out like this, really skinny. That's how you know that it's weed killer that has been drifted over to your yard. And it's so sad. And I saw my neighbor doing it yesterday, and I was almost going to go say something. I should have, and I regret not going to say anything. But sometimes you just don't want to start things with your neighbors, and those particular neighbors I really don't want to start anything with. So but you just gotta do what you can, and it sucks that people aren't more considerate when it comes to spraying herbicides in their garden, because it affects more than just them. It affects the whole environment and ecosystem, and it's terrible, and I'm so against it. So planting people, that is the update on my Greenstalk. Hopefully you enjoy it and it inspires you to go out and get a Greenstalk. They're really cool. Like I said, I'm glad I bought it. I can grow a lot of things in a small space. So if you only have like a patio, this is kind of cool because it also is elevated, so it can give your plants more light as well than having plants like in pots at the bottom of your patio if you have like a railing or something that will shadow out your plants. So I highly recommend a Greenstalk. So take care, and we'll see you on the next one. If you haven't yet, get out and grow something. It's a beautiful day. Bye.